maybe I'm live now. I'm just going to go on to the Hands Up project and make sure everyone can hear me. It looks like I'm live. Yeah, it looks like everyone can hear me. Hello, ahlan. Ahlan wa sahlan. I'm starting to be able to use a very little bit of Arabic these days. So welcome, everyone. Welcome to grade 7 in particular. 7th graders, hello, and anyone else who's tuning in to this session today, a curriculum-based session. While we're gathering, if you'd like to tell me, how do you feel today? How do you feel today? How do you feel today? Today we're going to be working on grammar. Ahlan Tala, hi Tala. As you can see, I'm missing someone today. I'm missing our dear Hiba, who is not feeling very well. So I wish her all the best for a speedy recovery, and you all have the joy of having me stumble through this session today. That's good that you feel good. Good. That's great. If you can use sentences as well, if you can use whole sentences to tell me how you feel, that would be excellent. Hi, Saham. Kif الحال? How are you? How do you feel today? Okay. Go check that. The sound is working, yes? Yeah, perfect. Okay, I'm going to go straight. Hello, Sabah. That is good to hear that you are fine. It's good to hear you are fine. Now, it's interesting hearing people's responses because you are going to be using the verbs that we're going to be looking at today, which is stative verbs. Hi. Talaf says, I feel good. That's great. And already you are using a stative verb, which actually, hello Manel from Tunisia. Hello Nusaiba. Ahlan Nusaiba. Ahlan wa sahlan. Morning Manel. Nusaiba, tell me how you're feeling today. Hello Hiba. My pleasure. Our session will surely not be as good as when we are working together, but it will be good. Today's session is interesting because I found it quite difficult to plan this session, purely because when a language is your own, and I'm not trained in English as a second language, the bit of grammar we're looking at today is very natural to me. I don't think about it. So you will be better English speakers than me by the end of this, because you will understand a piece of grammar that I was not really aware of until yesterday. But it's an interesting one. Okay, let me share my screen now. Hello, Yusuf. How are you? Okay, can everyone see my screen? Yeah, right. Whoop. Making sure everything's in order. Brilliant. Manel says, I feel so good. And this today, to say I feel, is one of our stative verbs today. So what is a stative verb exactly, I hear you ask? Let's have a look. Well, let's begin with a breakdown of the grammar, just to get into our heads the theory, the rule of stative verbs. So if you say things like, I love it, I feel good, I like tennis, these are all examples of stative verbs to show states of being. So some verbs are not used in the present continuous form. So that's like, I am liking tennis, I am doing tennis. We worked on the present continuous the other day. Many are verbs of thinking and liking, and these are stative verbs. We use the present simple even when the action is happening now. So like, for example, I like it. This film, I like it. Because many of these verbs are verbs of thinking, feeling, and liking, we often use them to express opinions. So in short, and I'm just going to type this out, I think, just to have a strict definition. Or not. Oh, I want this to be, what did I write there? Stative verbs describe states of being or which continue over a period of time that is not defined. Like hate, well, like, hate, want, need, hear, see, understand. These are all examples of stative verb. I hate you. That's a state of being. This is not something that begins at one point and ends at another point. It is a kind of a continual state of being. And so we use the present simple, I hate you, rather than I am hating you, which we can call dynamic. This is a slightly richer grammar lesson than we've had in previous weeks, I think. And so this is different to dynamic verbs that are things which happen within a limited time. A beginning and end. E.g., what's an example? I am taking the dog for a walk, for example. That's dynamic. You're doing it rather than I love my dog, which is stative. This is a continual state of being. Okay. Good morning, Raja. Goodbye feels very good. That's great. Right. Oh, I now need to get rid of what is on my screen. How do I erase that? Usually I have a thing to erase my annotations. So we're going to look into a bit more of what stative versus dynamic verbs are. But first, let's listen to a song. So you're being spared of my singing today. And we're going to listen to a song. And I want you to try and identify different stative verbs. What are you asking why to? It's just stative verbs, you use the present simple, dynamic verbs, you use the present continuous. So this is a song from a film called Into the Wild, and it's got quite a lot of stative verbs used into it. Like I know, I like, that kind of thing. So Let's listen.
It's a mystery to me. We have agreed with which we have agreed. You think you have to want more than you need. Until you have it all, you won't be free. Society, you're a crazy breed. I hope you're not lonely without me. When you want more than you have, you think you need. And when you think more than you want, your thoughts begin to bleed. I think I need to find a bigger place. 'Cause when you have more than you think, you need more space. Society, you're a crazy breed. I hope you're not lonely without me. Society, crazy indeed. I hope you're not lonely without me. There's those thinking more or less is more. But if less is more, how you keeping score? It means for every point you make, your level drops. Kinda like you're starting from the top. You can't do that. Society, you're a crazy breed. I hope you're not lonely without me. Society, crazy indeed. I hope you're not lonely without me. Society, have mercy on me. I hope you're not angry. I disagree. Society, crazy indeed. Hope you're not lonely without me.
That was the song Society, and I filled in the missing words, and I don't know if I've got them all right, but we'll have to see. So could you tell me from these lyrics, can you name me some stative verbs? And sorry, Nusaiba, that I put status verbs. I meant stative verbs. I wonder if I can edit that. It seems like I can't. I'm just going to delete it. What stative verbs are used in this song? I'll put the question in the comments for you. What opinions and thoughts and ongoing states is he expressing through his verbs? Brilliant, Nusaiba. Have, think, need. I have something. You know, if you say, for example, in the song, we have agreed. There is no specific time in which you're having that greed. It's not starting in the morning and ending in the evening like you would if you're going for a walk or something. It's a constant state of being. I have agreed. It's something I have inside. I think, as well, as Nusaybah said, there's a distinction here. So you can say, I am thinking about eggs, for example, at the moment, and that is active because you are actively doing the thinking. Whereas you can also say, I think, for example, I think you have to want more than you need, or I think you are wonderful. Those two examples of how you used think are not in a defined period. It is not active, it is passive. Well, it is stative. It is a part of your state of being. I think you are wonderful, and I think you are wonderful in a beyond a set amount of time, kind of more constant thought. And of course, these stative verbs can change. You can say, I think you are not wonderful. Let's see what else. Want, need, have, think, agreed. Great. Well done, Nusaybah, you've got it. Yeah, I think this should be a verb, but I don't know why they've decided to take out agreed. Yes, because down here there's I disagree. I disagree with you. A state. This is not an action. This is not an action, so we don't use it in the present continuous. Okay, let's see if I got any of them right. Oh no. There's some that I seem to have typed in wrong. Let's show the solutions. Oh, maybe I misheard him. Let's see. Want, need, have, agree. Well, anyway, all of these verbs are stative anyway, so clearly I misheard him. Oh, this was a verb, agreed. You're right, Nusaybah. Because you think more than you need, you hope more space. I don't think that's right. I think what I put was right. You hope more space doesn't make sense. You need more space does. You need more space as stative. But yeah, that's not so bad. Okay. Let's go back to the PowerPoint. How do I get back to the PowerPoint? It won't let me go back. There we go. Stative verbs. Okay. I'm sorry if I'm a bit slower on tech today. It is more difficult with one person. Hope. Brilliant. I hope you'll help me. Okay. Ooh. Look at this animation. So now, okay, there's some animation I didn't realize was here. We are going to look at the difference between stative and dynamic verbs. Stative and dynamic verbs. And we're going to use examples where the verb could be either stative or dynamic. So words that are slightly more complicated. And you'll see it will help us understand the difference between a stative verb and a dynamic verb. Because, for example, the verb to see, you can say, I see you are in trouble. That's more, I understand you're in trouble. This is stative. It's a constant state. It is a state of being. I see that you are in trouble. Compared to, I'm seeing my best friend later. I am physically seeing, actively seeing my best friend later. Hence why you need to use the present continuous here and the present simple here, because this is stative. I see rather than I am seeing. Look. So you can say, her hair looks wonderful. Her hair is in the state of wonderful. So it looks wonderful. You wouldn't say her hair is looking wonderful. You can say that, but only in certain situations when it's within a specific period of time. So if I say, today your hair is looking wonderful, because that is a specific time, you would use a dynamic verb, you'd use a continuous. But here, let's imagine her hair is always looking, it always looks wonderful. So her hair looks wonderful always, compared to, she is looking through the photo album. She is physically, with her eyes, looking through the photo album. Her hair looks wonderful. That's more of an opinion, right? I think her hair looks wonderful. That's an opinion or a fact. So we use the present simple, as opposed to, she is looking through the photo album. That's a physical action. So we use, which will have a beginning and an end. So we use the present continuous. Think. I think Hiba is the best teacher ever. An opinion and also a fact. I think Hiba is the best teacher ever, because this is an opinion, a state. I am in the state of Hiba being the best teacher ever. You say, I think, as opposed to, she is thinking about cake. So here this girl is actively thinking at that moment, within that given time period, she is thinking about cake. That is active, as opposed to, I think, as an opinion. Hiba is the best teacher ever. Have. She has a dog. He is having a bath. So she has a dog, again, a state of being in an undefined time, not in a limited time period. She has a dog, it is a fact. So we use the present simple. Versus, he is having a bath. He is having a bath at that moment. It is an action, it is a dynamic verb. It feels like velvet. Again, it's the state of the velvet. It's talking to the fact of the velvet, of the material being like velvet. It feels like velvet. You wouldn't say it is feeling like velvet. You wouldn't say that. It feels like velvet. It's a fact. It's an opinion expressed. Or you can also say, I feel this is important, which is the same thing as I think this is important. Again, a state of being. Compared to, why are you feeling your pocket? A physical action, feeling your pocket, is dynamic. It is happening in the real world within a given time. Okay, let's play a game to consolidate our knowledge between dynamic and stative verbs. And then we will go into some grammar activities from your books. Okay. I was not very good at this when I did this the first time, so we will have to learn this together. Okay, this is as if we're doing a team situation, but I'm just going to ask you to answer each question for me. So, we see with our eyes. Is this stative or dynamic? We see with our eyes. Is this stative or dynamic? Now remember, is this active or stative? Think of how we are seeing. Are we physically seeing, or is it a state of being? This might get a bit tricky because it's not using the present continuous. You'll see. I'm going to check the first one myself. Yes, so this is a dynamic verb. So we have to think about how the verb is being used. So you'd say, I am seeing you, if we're going to use it in real life. I am seeing you. It is dynamic because you are physically using your eyes to see. The bed doesn't look very comfortable. Is that stative or dynamic? Stative or dynamic? Just put it down in the comments. Hello, Fetin. Good morning. Fetin, good morning. The bed doesn't look very comfortable. Now, is that a state of being? Is the bed in a state of being? Is it expressing an opinion or is it an action? I'd say it's stative. Let's have a look. Yeah. Brilliant. Well done in the comments. Well done. A state verb. Okay. How do you feel? How do you feel? Is this stative or dynamic? Is stative or dynamic? Do you remember the difference between feel in the presentation? What do people say at the beginning of the session? Let's have a look. Oh, now it's saying dynamic. Great. I guess here it's saying how do you feel at this given moment? So it's dynamic. Great, Nusaiba. Great. A tricky one though, because there's a difference between saying I feel this to be true and I feel well right now, thank you, which is dynamic, because it is talking to how you are feeling at that moment as an active action. This is Kareem. So you can see that I am also learning alongside you. This cheese smells horrible. As the stative or dynamic? Stative or dynamic? Hey, but these are hard. This is difficult even for an English person to get. This cheese smells horrible. Now, I think I know what it is, but I want to hold my tongue for the moment. Stative or dynamic? Yes, Nusaiba and Karim. Is it Mumtaz? Am I saying that right? Mumtaz, Mumtaz. State verb. This is stative because the cheese is in the state of being of horrible. So it smells horrible. It's just a part of what it is. There's no set beginning or end to the cheese smelling horrible. So we just say it smells horrible. It is a fact. It is also an opinion. This smells horrible. Although Nusaiba, it is a difficult one again. I would almost tempted to put dynamic, because if I were to say, I am smelling the cheese, I am smelling the cheese, that would be dynamic because you are actively smelling. However, this cheese smells horrible is more of a fact and opinion to do with the state of the cheese. It's very, very tricky, but a good try, Nusaiba. Hey, we won 15 points. So you can see I'm splitting it across the two teams. You probably won't do all of these. I see what you mean now. Is that stative or dynamic? I see what you mean now. Let's have a look. A state verb, stative. Because again, if you go back to our example, I see you are in trouble. I understand you are in trouble. This is a fact. I see what you mean. As opposed to, I am seeing a bird in the sky. We'll do a couple more. If you look carefully, you can just see the sea. Now is this stative or dynamic? Think about the example I just gave. Is this an action? Brilliant, Nusaiba, well done. Mumtaz. If you look carefully, you can just see the sea. Is this dynamic? Is it an action? Or is it a state of being? Is it an opinion? Okay. I want to say it's dynamic. But let's have a look. Hey, it's dynamic. If you look carefully, if you physically look carefully, you can see the sea. This is an action. Okay, let's do one more. Yes, brilliant. Well done. Well done. Thank you, Hiba, for helping me out in the comments too. Take 15 points. Yes, brilliant, Nusaiba, Mumtaz. Am I saying that right? Is that perfect in Arabic? I can say Ana Phoebe, Ana Mish Hiba. I can also say Bikhair Shukran. I can say these random phrases in Arabic out of context. You think too much. You think too much. Oh, this is tricky, actually. Is this stative or dynamic? You think too much. Is this an active? Is this an action? Is this active or is it a state of being? I think I know the answer, but again, we're learning together. You will crack this grammar. You cybersystative. Dynamic. Now, again, it's one of these funny ones where it almost could be both, but here it's accusing the person of actively thinking too much rather than giving an opinion, saying, you think you are the best, rather than saying, you are thinking too much as an action. Doing too many thoughts. Right. Let's do this one. Let's do one more that's slightly easier. Thank you, Hib. Shukran, Hiba. James is seeing Marsha. They've been together for a month. This exercise, by the way, is quite hard in comparison to what you're expected to do in your book. So the rest of this session will be easy. It will be a piece of cake, as we say in England. It will be a piece of cake. James is seeing Marsha. They've been together for a month. See, this is also difficult. I'm going to check dynamic, yes. So he is physically seeing Marsha. In some ways, it's also a state, though. Anyway, I'm going to quickly go through the rest. Harry always appears when food is ready. I'd say that's dynamic. Yeah, he is always appearing physically. I often smell the flowers. Again, I think that's dynamic. In God we trust. Hard. Good question, Reham. Hiba will be able to answer that. I think she found it online. A state we trust, we believe in a constant state of being. I think your skirt is too short. That's an opinion. This one's easy. This is the state. It's not pertaining to an action. I think your skirt is too short as a fact. Oh no, someone loses 25 points. And finally, the pizzas taste good. I'd say that's dynamic. It's an action. No, it's a state verb. The pizzas taste good. Yes, is this belonging to the state of the pizza? So it tastes good rather than I am eating the pizza at the moment. That is tasting good. So what we've learned from this is a tricky part of grammar. And now we are going to go to an easy bit. Thank you, Nusaiba, for contributing. I was just rushing through that last bit, just so we can move on for the next bit, because I realized it's already 9:38 and we haven't got to the book. Right. So Nusaiba, you can help me here. We have to read and think. What are the tense of the verbs? And choose the correct words to complete the rules. So now I've bombarded you with examples. Let's look at the grammar itself. What is the tense of the verbs? And then we will answer these questions down here about stative and dynamic verbs. So I think it is angry. Do you understand dogs? Do you understand dogs? We don't always know what they are saying. We don't always know what they are saying. It wants food. I don't like dogs very much. She loves cats. What do you mean? Do you hear that noise? Okay, let's answer the questions. Number 1, many verbs of thinking and liking are not used in the present continuous or simple tense. So look at the tense. What tense is this not using? Mish. What tense is this not using? Many verbs of thinking and liking, like here, are not used in the present continuous or the present simple. Are not used in the present continuous or the present simple. What tense is being used here? And therefore, what tense is not being used? Brilliant, Nusaiba. Brilliant. Mumtaz. Continuous. It is not used in the present continuous. You're not saying, I am thinking it's angry. Are you understanding dogs? We are not knowing what they are saying. It is wanting food. I am not liking dogs very much. These are all very weird ways of expressing your opinion. Whereas this is the right way to express what you think and what you like through the present simple. Number 2, we use the present continuous or simple even when the action is happening now. We use the present continuous or simple even when the action is happening now. I think this one, and correct me, Hibra, if I'm wrong, I think this would be simple because it's referring to stative verbs. We use present continuous for dynamic. I'm not going to be able to. Stative, we use present simple. I'm not quite sure what it's expressing there. Yeah. We use the present simple for stative verb even when it's happening now. Okay, that's good. I thought so. It was strangely worded, whereas usually dynamics are in the continuous. Number 3, Because many of these verbs are verbs of thinking, feeling, and liking, we often use them to express actions or opinions. Thinking, feeling, and liking, we often use them to express actions or opinions. So what's being expressed here? Actions or opinions? Yes, so even though these verbs, even if this is referring to things that are happening in the present, because it's expressing an opinion or a thought or a feeling, we use the present simple. Even when, like here, it's expressing something that's happening at that moment. So if it's an opinion or a feeling or something you like, present simple always, except for when it's being used in an active sense. Yes, exactly, Hippo. We can't use present continuous with stative verbs. The only exception is when that verb is being used in its other meaning. So I see what you mean is stative, but the same verb can be used to say physically see rather than see in the sense of understand. Okay. Number 3, because of these verbs are verbs of thinking, feeling, and liking, we often use them to express actions or opinions. I reckon we can settle on opinions. Okay. Well done, everyone. Now, let's do some more questions. Number 1, we are watching a film and we enjoy, or we are enjoying it. It's good. So choose the correct words to complete the sentence. We are watching a film and we enjoy it. It's good. Or we're watching a film and we are enjoying it. It's good. Now you want to think of how we are using the verb to enjoy here. Are we using it in an active way or a stative way? We are watching a film and we enjoy, or we are enjoying it. Number 2, we are watching a film and we love it. It's good. We are watching a film and we are loving it. It's good. So see, these 2 sentences are similar, but they are slightly different in the way we have to approach it because of how the verbs are working. 3, I hear a noise in the kitchen. Is it a cat? Or I'm hearing a noise in the kitchen. Is it a cat? Number 4, he reads a book in English, or he is reading a book in English, but he doesn't understand much, or but he isn't understanding much. What's number 1? Come on. Quick, quick. I'll fill it. I'll have to start answering otherwise. And I'll probably get it wrong. Okay. Well, number 1, we are watching a film and we are enjoying it. We are enjoying it. It's good. So we're using the present continuous here. We are watching a film happening at that moment and we are enjoying it. It is happening right now. This is not a stative verb. This is dynamic. 2, we are watching a film and we love it. It's good. This is an opinion being expressed. We love it. We use it in the present simple. We are watching a film and we love it. It's good. Great, Nusaiba. Well done. Mumtaz. What's number 2, Nusaiba? And number 3? And number 4? Number 3. I hear a noise in the kitchen. Is it a cat? I hear a noise in the kitchen. Is it a cat? It's again a state. And finally, number 4. He is reading a book in English. This is what's happening right now. He is reading a book in English. This is not a stative verb. But he doesn't understand much. Understand is a stative verb, so we're using the present simple rather than the present continuous. A state of understanding. He doesn't understand much of what he is reading. Okay. Now, I would like you to put the words in the correct order to make the answers. Number 1, I'll read them out. What do you think of this? 2, how do you understand this song? Great, Nusaiba. Mumtaz, well done. Nusaiba, you seem to be on your own today. You are pulling your weight. Number 3, do you want some tea? Number 4, do you know pool? Or number 5, do you think the dog likes the ball? So already we can see lots of stative verbs being used. Think, understand, want, know, think, likes. So with that in mind, can you unjumble these sentences? What is the response to number 1? What do you think of this? Let me start. I like it. How would we finish this sentence? Maybe I will do the first as an example. I like it. I think it is interesting. Number 2, how do you understand this song? How do you understand this song? How would we unjumble this? What do you mean, Nusaiba? There is no picture. We just have to put these words in the correct order. You have to unjumble. So you'd say, how do you understand this song? You'd say, I know some English and I want to practice. And I want to practice. Do you see the text, Nusaiba? What about here? Do you want some tea? Sorry, like I tea, don't juice, I prefer. How do we make this into a meaningful sentence using stative verbs? Because here we have I like it, I think, I know, I want. You wouldn't say I am knowing some English and I am wanting to practice. I am liking it. I am thinking it is interesting. This is not, you would not say this. You would always use them in the stative. Let me answer. Sorry, I don't like juice. I prefer tea. Oh, sorry, I don't like tea. I prefer juice. Sorry, I don't like tea. I prefer juice. Is everyone seeing this okay? Brilliant, Nusaiba. Mumtaz. Mumtaz Nusaiba. What about next? Do you know Paul? Yes, here and I going to his a new school. That doesn't seem to make sense to me. Do you know Paul? Because again, to know Paul, you know, it's not saying between one moment and another. It is a state, a constant, over a long period of time. Yes, and I hear he's going to a new school. And finally, do you think the dog likes the ball? Do you think the dog likes the ball? I'll give you the first word because you can see the capital letter to start the word. Mumtaz, Hiba. I'm trying to wonder if there is another session starting at 10. I might just ask Raja. So I don't want to get kicked out. And finally, do you think the dog likes the ball? Look at his tail. I know he likes it. I know he likes it. Stative. It is an opinion happening over a long period of time, even if it's happening in the present. So I know he likes it is happening at that moment, but we still use the stative verb. We never use present continuous stative verbs unless the verb is being used as an action. Noor, ahlan. Look at his tail. He likes it. Great. I know he likes it. Lots of stative verbs. Let's clear that. Okay. Right. Okay, we've got two more things. Great, Nusaiba. We've got two more things. I'm trying to think. We might do we'll do a little bit of this game. It's quite long. So I'm going to pin it in the comments and we'll do a couple of them. Actually, I'll pin it in the comments later. We'll do a few of them and then we'll think of our own sentences and then we'll finish. I don't think there's a session starting at 12, but if there is and I get cut off, then I apologize in advance. Right, let's look at this because we can check it as we go. Choose the present simple or the present continuous. This exercise includes the verbs see, think, have, be, and taste, which are sometimes stative. So this is, again, going to test us on our understanding between when verbs are being used in the stative sense or the dynamic sense. So this is going to be tricky, but we'll get through it. My husband, and we want to use these words, and we want to change the tense. My husband, something, the food while I'm cooking. It's very annoying. So I'm going to do this first one for you. This is meant in the dynamic way. He's always tasting. He's always tasting. This is something that the husband is actively doing rather than a state happening over a long period of time. Yes, nor I thought it was my husband tastes the food while I'm cooking. It's very annoying. I personally think that it can be both, but apparently not. She, because this means it in the dynamic sense of the husband actively tasting rather than, you know, the food tastes good as a state, as an opinion. This is not an opinion or a feeling. This is talking about an action, right? He is always tasting it. It is not an opinion or a habit, I guess. She have a bath every evening. How would we use this? Present simple or present continuous? Shall we have a look at that Musaiba she is having? No. Has. We use the present simple here. I think because she has it every evening, it's like a habit. That's something that happens over time. Every evening. It is a habit. She is doing it a lot rather than just at one precise moment. See, it's harder, it's trickier than it looks. Even it's tricky, Nusaiba, it is tricky for me as well. Luke, see the doctor now. So how are we using see here? Luke sees the doctor now, or Luke is seeing the doctor now. It is something that is happening in the present as an action. Wonderful, Noor. Mumtaz is seeing. We use it in the present continuous. Okay, it doesn't look like there's another session happening right now, so we can maybe go over a little bit. We'll do a few more and then we're going to write our own sentences. He have a party next weekend. He has a party next weekend, or he is having a party next weekend. Brilliant, Nusaiba, well done. Number 4. Now, does he have a party? Does a party belong to him always, or is he actively having a party? Do you want to try again, Noor? This is something he is actively doing. He's actively putting on a party. I'd say we want to use it in the present continuous, but let's have a look. Yeah. We can't use the present simple here because it is not an opinion or a feeling or a fact being shown. It is an action. Wonderful, Nusaiba. Almost no, that would be the case if it happened last weekend. He had a party last weekend. This coffee not taste right. So do we want to say does not taste right? Or is not tasting right? Yeah, well done, Noor. This coffee does not taste right or is not tasting right. So think about, is it a fact? Is an opinion? I think it might be an opinion. A state of being, belonging to the coffee. I want to say it's present simple. Madan Riyad does not taste right. Right, we'll do one more and then I will, after the session, I'll pop this in the chat. We see John and Susie next month. Well done, Noor. Mumtaz. We are seeing John and Susie next month, or we see John and Susie next month. Once again, are we using see in an active way or in a sense of a state? In a sense of an opinion? Or is it something that's actively happening? We are seeing John and Susie next month, or we see John and Susie next month. Mumtaz Musaiba. Mumtaz. It's amazing how complex and deep grammar can be. And I was saying to my friend, you know, this is stuff that I just feel is right most of the time. This is why often people who learn English or another language as a second language have a greater understanding of the language. Brilliant, Noor, are seeing. A lot of my friends who speak English as a second language have a better understanding of grammar than I do. Okay, that is great. I'm going to put this. I am putting this, I'll put this in the comments for you to carry on with. I'll do that after the session. Okay. So finally, our last little activity, which we'll do for a couple of minutes because I realize we're going over a bit, is come up with your own sentences using stative verbs. So we choose blue. How's blue? Hello. Come up with your own sentences using stative verbs. For example, I like, I know, I hate, I want, I need, I prefer, I enjoy, I hear, I understand, I mean. Let's make up our own sentences, consolidate our knowledge using stative verbs. So in the present simple. In the present simple. So get creative, guys. Just tell me any sentences that pop into your head and we'll start to make a little collection. Let me start. I like cake very much. I don't understand how people hate it. So there we're using three stative verbs. I like cake very much. I don't understand how people hate it. Nusaiba, brilliant. I need some water. Thank you, Hiba. I liked your session today. I'm perhaps not the best at explaining grammar as an English person, but I tried my best. I tried my best. I need some water. I'm in the state of needing water. I need coffee. I understand what you say. Nusaiba. Shukran, shukran. I don't know what you mean, Phoebe. I prefer the tea. I prefer tea. Great. I prefer the tea. See if you can use more than one verb in a sentence. Can you use more than one verb in a sentence? That's your challenge. Can you use more than one verb like I did here? Languages is like a superpower, really, isn't it? I hear a voice. Great. I hear a voice. You wouldn't say I am hearing a voice. Maybe in certain situations, but generally not. I hear a voice. Also see as well. Thank you to who's ever responding as a hands up project. Sometimes it's hard to see who it is. That's useful. We're about to finish now anyway. Okay, has anyone got any more? I hear a voice, my mum does. Great, Noor. Okay, well, you can keep doing that at your own pleasure. And I think, thank you, Raja, thank you. That's lucky because I would have run right over. Okay, I think that's it for today. I'm just going to double check. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can do any more. Okay. Right. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming to the session today. As you can see, I was a bit lonely without Hiba, so hopefully we'll be back next week. But if not, I'll see you very soon, probably for my storytelling session on Sunday. And yeah, thank you for learning alongside me, with me, the difference between stative verbs and dynamic verbs. And I will make sure to put the link of the games in the chat. So hang around in the chat if you want to have some games to consolidate, to improve your knowledge, to make your knowledge better. Nor a great final example. I understand what the teacher said. My friend doesn't understand it. And on that note, I will wish you a very good day. I will wish you a good day. Goodbye. Goodbye. You're welcome, Nusaiba. I actually would say goodbye in Arabic right now because I should be able to say it, but I've vaguely forgotten. But I can say, oh no, I've forgotten it all. Sabah il khair, which is not goodbye, but it's good morning, and it's not even morning anymore. So there we go. Goodbye. Lots of love. Goodbye.